So I'm working with the ACT initiative. That's an initiative of Industrial Global Union and multinational companies. And the objective of ACT is to achieve living wages in global garment and footwear supply chains through the measures of freedom of association and collective bargaining at industry level, supported by responsible purchasing practices of the participating member brands of ACT. So my role specifically in ACT is management of the country program in Bangladesh, and also partly the country program in Cambodia, and otherwise I'm leading the technical work on access to remedy in global supply chains. The Global Labor University really has become my political home. So it has helped me with my political analysis, with my way of thinking, and in particular, it has brought a sensitivity to power relations to my way of thinking. So thanks to the Global Labor University, I have become very sensitive to power relations and inequalities between countries, between the global north and the global south. It helped me to get a very deep understanding of the global labor movement, of industrial relations, of social dialogue, in particular the global union federations, the role of the ILO, the role of international labor standards. And finally, thanks to the Global Labor University, I have been able to meet very impressive trade unionists from around the world, in particular from countries of the global south, including Myanmar, including Bangladesh, Cambodia. And I feel that the GLU has helped me tremendously in understanding the situation on the ground in the global south. And it has also really been a program that teaches you humbleness, you know, especially for white people sitting in the global north, you know, trying to help reduce inequalities, really to understand what it means to be on the ground, to be part of the struggles on the ground, and hence to become very humble towards those people who are on the front lines, so to say, every day. So I have been very engaged with the GLU for many years. I've also worked with the GLU in the past, which was a wonderful experience. And I have taken part in many summer schools and conferences. I have to admit that over the last few years, I've been so busy at work that I have not been very much able to participate in activities, but I'm still very connected to the network. It's very close to my heart. And I hope that I will be able to join sometime again in the future, further GLU conferences or summer schools and other networking events. In terms of my most favorite memories during the GLU studies, I have to say that it was really the intellectual exchange, both with the professors from around the world, but also with the other students. It has really been at a level of quality and depth that I think is very hard to find in other programs. And as I said in the beginning, it's been fundamentals for my political mindset, basically for the last years. And the other piece of it is that I really enjoyed the activist side of the Global Labor University. So really bridging intellectual discussions and pragmatic policy discussions, pragmatic policy solutions, and activism. So I remember that we were all working very hard on our master thesis, and yet we were able to jointly organize a protest action in relation to a labor struggle that was going on, also related to global supply chains. And it was, I think, half of my class turned up for the protest action. And I think that's something that you would not find in other programs. Finally, I want to say that another very important memory was the participation in a research project after I finished my studies. So I was part of the alumni network, and we had a research project all self-organized on the role of trade unions in the informal sector. And I did a research study together with a colleague from India on the role of trade unions in the informal sector in the biggest slum of Asia in Mumbai. And that has been a few months on the ground, and that really has been super important for me to have this, to have had this experience on the ground. So that was amazing. So I see a very bright future for the Global Labour University. As we know, it always depends on people, and I've been privileged to meet amazing people in the Global Labour University, and they have contributed so much to this network. So I also would like to really say a big thank you to everyone who has built the GLU and contributed to it. And I really hope that the Global Labour University can continue its amazing work that it has been able to do over the last decades. It's more important now than ever. And I'm sure that there will be the right people being active in the program. Of course, it is very important that we all try to carve out time. But in any case, even if we may not be able to participate in all the activities, the network is there, it will always be there. And I think that piece of human connection is one of the most important parts of the Global Labour University. And that has been amazing in the past, and I'm sure that it will be amazing in the future.